Hey guys, it's Dapper Danny coming to you again, this time with the Air Jordan 34s. The first thing I'd like to talk today about is the comfort. Now in the 33s, I had mentioned that they had fit like a glove, and yes, they did fit. I didn't have to strap anything on or tighten anything. They were solid. These, however, I put them on and they felt very good. Again, I didn't really have to tie them or anything, but as far as me walking on them, they felt way smoother, way softer than the 33s. So as far as the 34s, I think it was an improvement. I like the 33s, no doubt, but the 34s, as far as the comfort, way better. A lot of people were hoping, and I was one of them, that we'd see some kind of similarities between the 34 and the 4. And well, to show you, we'll give you an example. And as you can see, there's really not a whole too much alike here, other than the mesh here on the quarter panel. We got some on this side of the shoe, and we have some little breathable mesh sort of on the quarter panel on this side. But other than that, the other thing that I can see right off the bat is you've got the little Jumpman, and it says flight on the tongue, and you've got the Jumpman with the flight on the tongue here. But other than that, I don't really see a whole lot of similarities. Of course, the color is a dead giveaway. But you know, I don't see anything too, you know, that you can tell like, oh wow, they look kind of like it, or that this shoe, they got the idea from this shoe. Not like before where you had the 33 really kind of take hints and cues from the 3. This one, I don't know, I guess Jordan Brand was kind of shying away from that, and they wanted to go in a different direction, which I guess is okay, but you always like to see hints and nods to the retros, because the retros do so well. I guess it's, you know, it's an idea, it's a way to maybe help sell the shoe, but maybe they didn't want to lean on the force too much, and they wanted to break away from that and make it its own independent shoe. So I guess I get it, it's all right. But I do like the retros. I mean, me being from the 90s, growing up and wanting to own those shoes, now being able to afford to own those shoes, I always like to see little nods and hints to the back, to the retros. Now here, when you take the 33 and the 34, I do see some similarities here too. One thing that I see right off the bat is the Nike sign on the back and the Nike Air. They do that really well, and I like the way each shoe highlights that, because when you're wearing joggers or you're wearing some pants and it's not covering it, you can see that from a long way away, and I like that. Another thing Jordan's always been known for is the tongue. When he used to play basketball, he used to stick his tongue out. And I don't know if that's got anything to do with the tongues on the shoes, but I really like the way they kind of stick out, and you can see the Jumpman from a distance. I like that because you might not, you know, it might not scream Air Jordan here on the sides or anything, but I mean, that Jumpman that's unmistakable. I mean, you know what that is the moment you see it, and I really like that. But I like the way they play off of each other, the white and the black. This being the bread colorway, but I don't really see a whole lot of resemblance to bread, because to me, I'm used to seeing, or when I think of bread, I think of the Jordan 11. To me is a very good example of the Jordan, the bread colorway. I don't have the Jordan 11, but I'm planning on getting that here real soon as well. But the Jordan 11 bread colorway, the shoe's almost all black, and you know, little hints of red and very little hints of white. And this one, I don't know for what reason they kind of went in another direction, but they still call it the bread colorway. I don't know. I would have maybe liked to see maybe some speckled right here, and then they could have gotten away with calling it the cement colorway, which would have been nice, but maybe we'll see that later on. But as far as that goes, I like these two shoes. They play off of each other, they complement themselves well. You can kind of see it. I call it an evolution, where you have hints of black right here, and then you have a little bit of black here, so it kind of, one is kind of growing into the other one, I think anyway. But they look really well together, and on a shelf or on a display case, when you put them next to each other, I think you can kind of see how and where they're going with that direction. This Air Jordan 34 clocks in retail price at $180, which I think is okay price point. It could be better, but it could be a lot worse. So for what this shoe is, you know, I'd be all right with it. It's definitely doable, at least for me. As far as colorways, this is the bread colorway of this shoe, and to me, when they talk about bread, or when I think about a bread colorway, I think of more of a black and red. And I mean, I see the black on this side, but I don't really see a whole lot of it on this side. And red, we have very little hints of it here and there. But to me, I wouldn't call this a bread colorway, not what I'm used to. The other colorways that stick out to me are the Amber Rise colorway, just because I don't have a shoe in that color yet, and I'd like to get one in my collection. The other one, of course, that stands out to me a lot would be the Black Cat. I believe they're gonna come out with one here real soon, and that one, the whole shoe should be black. So I kind of like that because I think it'd be easy to clean. But oh, and on a side note, my earlier video I talked about getting different colorways in this shoe too, and I did. I picked up the Utility Blackout, and for my birthday slash Christmas, my brother was kind enough to give me the Utility, the University Reds, and so I got that one finally, and you'll be seeing those here in another video pretty soon. These are my thoughts on the Air Jordan 34. Thank you for watching this video, and please stay tuned. More to come very soon.